Bungie cooked with this one. The next two reviews are a mixture of power and fun. This is a good weapon, guys. A great weapon. PvE-wise, there's a couple combos that are definitely worth getting, 100% worth using. And PvP-wise, powerful things that I'm going to show you how to utilize them. Timeworn Wayfarer is a Vex-themed aggressive frame scout rifle. You get it through the seasonal activity. If you're doing this new activity, it showers you with loot. You can and will get it crafted. If you play it, enhance the perks, the works. Though it's similar, it's not a Tex Mechanica theme. First, it doesn't have the origin trait, and it has a scope. And even if it was near this Tex class, it's definitely not a DMT clone. Nowhere near it, there's no DMT clone. DMT does what it does, and none of these legendaries that mimic it come close to doing what it does, especially from the hip. Instead, it has the radial area transposer origin trait. I'm a fan of this. Rapid final blows cause targets to explode into a pool of radiolarian fluid, and in PvE it's 3 kills, PvP it's 2. More on that in a second. For the base stats, lower where they should be, higher where they should be. The addition of the scope is a wild shooting experience. I kind of like it. As far as certain stats, nothing makes it feel terrible because these have a unique shooting experience. It feels like the frame. In the third column, strategist shoot to loot, to the pain, dual loader, keep away 4 times a charm, heal clip. In the final column, snapshot, high ground, eye of the storm, opening shot, precision instrument, incandescent, desperate measures. First, I want to take a look at PvE. It has the tried and true combo for solar, Heal Clip Incandescent. And listen, if you want this, if you craft this, no one will fault you. It is great. Get kills, spread scorch, reload, and get cure 2. Allies around you get cure 1. And what's special is the dual reload bullet. Reloads 2 at a time. Even if you want to get the full reload later, if you need it, if you get low health, you get it down, you're taking a lot of damage. Get in the quick reload, land a couple rounds, get cure, get safe, and once you're clear, you can do the full reload. That's unique about it. That's a special thing. And I think it has a lot of value. And a theme for PvE, it's a scout rifle. It's safe damage from a distance. You can plink away if you want to. There's more than that here. Yes, it is an add clear weapon. From a distance, we have incandescent. The scorch from that, big groups, you get ignitions. Then we have the help from the radiolarian fluid. And what's nice about that, you can get a pool to drop, and where scorch wouldn't burn out an enemy, the pool's gonna help that to help them burn out. And then it's kind of a self-sustaining chain. It's the gift that keeps on giving. You could add in the logic artifact perk. Makes it to where weapons with this trait deal more damage to Vex and extends the duration of the pools. It's a win-win. And within the solar kit, you're applying even more things like more scorch stacks. You have benevolence, which is great. When you apply radiant, restoration, or cure, you get increased ability, regen to grenade, melee, and class ability. So those quick little 2-round reloads, you're proccing benevolence, getting even more benefits. There's a lot of positives here. That great tried and true combination. On top of that, the pulls are adding to the build, burning out where it wouldn't have. You have distance safety. It's one of the top rolls, so if you don't have a good Heal Clip Incandescent weapon, this one's for you. Get this one. And even if you do, distance and the pulls, the add-ons, you need to consider it. I like it. I love this combination. I have it on multiple weapons. It has value. And then them being different archetypes, this being a scout, helps with champions, it's good to have. And with that said, what I crafted is shoot to loot incandescent. And as I mentioned in the Veiled Threat review, what's cool about this is those pools have the ability to snag bricks for shoot to loot, like right here. If you down an enemy and drop a pool, if they have a brick, it's gonna snag the brick. And if the pool's on the ground already, maybe they're scorched, they kind of stumble into it, they burn out, get downed. If they drop a brick, it's gonna pick it up. So it depends on where you find value. I value this a lot. I talk about shoot to loot a lot, especially with perks like this that have synergy. Because now, the things that it does with the incandescent is added on. Like at a distance, you're safe, you get downs, you plink away, kills are spreading scorch, scorch is downing enemies, pools are forming every 3rd kill. Any brick that touches those pools gets grabbed. And that's for your rocket sidearm, your rocket, your machine gun. It's nice to have. And of course, you can just simply shoot to loot it. There's unique power here. It hits decently, but its main use is add clear from a distance, while also keeping your ammo filled. I think it's great. I crafted it. I'm going to keep using it. I've used it in the 2nd tier activity, used it in GMs. It did great. We do have things like precision instrument, desperate measures, high ground, damage perks, but for PvE, Heal Clip has the 2-bullet reload. That's good. Shoot to loot, picking up bricks from the pools, that's really good. And since it's a solar weapon, incandescent paired with those two, it's a dream. It's going to be up to you, but these are the top 2 options. And if there's anything that calls your name, like maybe strategist incandescent, all those burnout kills giving you class ability energy, and then the pools grabbing class energy when you get downs with it, I mean, that's fine. But Heal Clip and shoot to loot are great on this thing. As far as the Crucible, pretty wild. I like it. The main PvP build I run is the Radiant Frosty Hunter. We have a pretty unique situation here. It shows 92 in game, it's a rounded number, but 91 is a lot of damage. With how they reworked high ground, final blows with this weapon grant stacks of bonus damage. Attacking targets from higher ground immediately grants the maximum number of stacks. You can enhance it if you want for a passive +5 reload. That won't hurt it. But for the Crucible, max stacks is 3. 15% more damage. That's equivalent to Frenzy. And this is a damage perk that requires very little setup. And 15% more damage without a real trigger, all you have to do is be higher than them, is a big deal. Because anything can be high ground if you want it to be, like this little planter right here. With high ground active, it goes to 105. Now, just in general, I'm going to get into chaining some things in here in a second, but 105 damage from a distance weapon as a team shot weapon is massive for a couple reasons. One, if you're laying shots with teammates, your shot is basically taking shields away. And also, depending on the recovery stat, if you get 2 quick shots of 105 or 102 or 101, whatever it is, if they take any damage source, they will go down. If they pop out before the recovery has fully recovered their health, they will go down. It's nice to have. But the best part about high ground on this, we have a damage profile that is high. All you need to do is land 1 bullet from high ground and then you go. It lasts for 7 seconds. If you get a kill within that 7 seconds, the perk refreshes and you still have the 15% more damage. So if you pair it with something like Radiant, like right here, I'm on high ground, I land a bullet. I immediately jump down with Radiant Dodge. So now it's Radiant with high ground 3. This is 2-tapping anything. So I see an enemy, get a 2-tap, a couple more rush me, start getting some downs. We have some pools forming. It's very fun. It's very, very good, I think. And looking at the perks here, like I love Snapshot on these things, Precision Instrument possibly, there's Desperate Measures, Opening Shot, Eye. But it's the fact that you can start at high ground, land a bullet, and then move and keep the damage bonus. I think that's the defining factor. I've paired it with Heal Clip because it makes the most sense to me. And a lot of the clips, I mean the majority of the clips, I am running the Radiant Frosty Hunter because remember, within that solar kit, not only is Radiant free with the Solar Hunter, you have Benevolence, and you also have Empyrean. Solar Weapon or ability Final Blows extend the duration of Restoration and Radiant effects applied to you. So if you can chain one, you can chain more, because the Radiant timer is going to keep resetting. Then you go on 2-tap streaks. Recently, we had Multiplex as the Trials map, and I didn't have this crafted. And if I did, I would have used this. I really would have, because it's such a big deal in team fights. It's like a meter or two that you have to be above your enemy. It's not that much. Like I showed you with the planter. You land that shot, and then you can start moving around freely because you already have the damage bonus. And this is different than something like the Prophet with Kill Clip. With that one, you would get a kill, reload, then Radiant Dodge, then start getting 2 taps with Kill Clip Radiant. But with this thing, since you're on a solar sub and you have the solar fragments, you can just keep it going. And in the very beginning of the review, I said, this weapon's a mixture of power and fun. It's very unique to do something like this. Go from high ground, get shots in, then start moving around, then getting 2 taps. The 2 taps of 0.5 TTK. And with how I have it set up with Heal Clip, if you took damage, you're getting cured because you have an immediate 2-bullet reload. It's awesome. You could do Keep Away, you could do a lot of different things, but Heal Clip giving you Cure 2, your allies Cure 1, I think is the better option. It lasts long enough that if you were just on really high ground and needed to jump down or wanted to jump down, you can, because it's a 7-second timer to try to get a kill with it. But most of the time, since you're already in high ground, you hit big damage and then move from there because you're going to reset the timer of high ground to ×3. It is obviously best with the Radiant Hunter, but I found just it doing over 100 damage is enough. It can and will lose to auto rifles and other weapons within design space. It's got a 1-second base time to kill, just like a 120 hand cannon and other things, but you're extremely immobile if you're caught out in the open. So as a scout rifle, you're going to keep your distance. And when you do that, especially keeping high ground damage up, this thing is a menace. I've had great games with it. All we can really play now is Iron Banner. I've had Weerans and Iron Banner with it. It does fine. But the most important thing you can do is once you get your 3-stack from high ground, be mobile with it. And it shows how things can evolve in Destiny with how they change this perk. This is a really cool way they implemented a change, a rework to a perk. So it being a safe option at a distance, its damage profile warrants high ground. You could try different things that you want, Snapshot, Opening Eye, Desperate Measures even, Precision Instrument. But again, the theme and the thumbnail, it's got unique power. You could do Keep Away for your reload and accuracy, but I find more value in Heal Clip. The 2-bullet chamber, pretty special. So I was left very impressed with it. Most of these weapons I haven't liked that are similar to DMT, but this one working how it works with the solar kit. It's got a certain playstyle for PvP. I think it's worth your time. And again, if you're playing the activity, you can and will craft it. For PvE, you do want to enhance Incandescent. Heal Clip's going to give you a little bit more time before you can reload. That's going to be nice in PvE too, or the Crucible. PvP-wise, you would only really want to enhance Heal Clip. If not, just a plain roll of Heal Clip high ground is going to do the job. Real quick for the Barrel Mag and Masterwork. For PvE, I chose to get the handling up and some of the other stats up. You can do something like Small Bore, Hammer Forged, handling masterwork. Then magazine-wise, you could do appended, or you can do something like flared magwell. But for a lot, it'd be something like hammer forged appended mag, handling masterwork, or you can get more range if you want, just to be a little bit further back. For the crucible, I went small bore accurized handling masterwork, so 76 range, 43 stability, 43 handling, 51 reload, 51 aim assist, and I found that levels it out really, really well. But really, PvE, get the mag up if you want, then add on backup mag. Some of the pain points help out, and same goes for the crucible. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about Timeworn Wayfarer down below. I actually happen to like a scope on these things. It's a little obstructive, but not worse than some of the things that we've seen in this game. It's a special shooting experience. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's talk about it down below. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.